It's Saturday, August the 5th, 2023, and I've just started a 4-night backpacking trip in Wyoming's Wind River Range. This trip started at Elkhart Park, and I'm taking Pole Creek Trail to trail number 119 to Elklund Lake, where I'm going to camp tonight. It is partly cloudy and the temperature is in the low 60s. Just as soon as I got to Elklund Lake, it started raining real light and then immediately turned into hail. The ground covered in just no time. And just as soon as I got my tarp set up, it stopped hailing and it looks like the sun's trying to peek through again. Day 2, and I'm taking Seneca Lake Trail to the CDT and then north on the CDT and camping somewhere around Lower Jean Lake. It is mostly cloudy today, a little breezy, and the temperature is in the low 60s. Well, I'd already decided I was going to try to make it to Fremont Crossing, like a half a mile from Lower Jean Lake. Man, this storm came in crazy. Wind, hail, rain, thunder, lightning. I am hunkered down behind a tree sitting on my pad with my pack pulled over me. Anyway, hopefully it won't last long and then I can get on to a campsite. All right, the storm let up a little bit and I was able to walk about 1/10 of a mile down to the next lake and find a little place to camp. Sorry, no videos. I was on a mission. All I had on was a t-shirt and that long sleeve Columbia collar shirt and a rain jacket. The temperature dropped about 45 degrees. And the only thing I was thinking about was getting up my tarp and putting on some extra layers. Looks like the storm's let up completely now. The sun's coming out. I've still got to get some water and hang my bear bag. I'm about 2/10 of a mile from Fremont Crossing and probably a mile or less to Lower Jean Lake. The storm is blown out of here. It's mostly blue skies and my campsite's better than I thought. Just incredible views and I'm on my way to get some water. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and I think I'm going to wait this one out. Waiting out this storm was the right decision. Nothing like a good wind, hail, and thunderstorm in the morning. Well, the storm lasted for about an hour and a half. I checked my InReach weather forecast and it's calling for like 80% chance of rain, thunder, and lightning this afternoon. Same thing tomorrow. So the weather forecast has changed dramatically. So I'm going to change my schedule accordingly. I was going to take the CDT to Summit Lake and then take Pine Creek Canyon Trail and then an unofficial trail back up to Elkhart Park. But there's going to be long exposed sections on the CDT around 11,000 feet. So I'm going to go down to Fremont Crossing and then maybe go up to Lower Jean Lake and then come back and do an unofficial trail up to Lost Lake, and then that'll cut over to Seneca Lake. Anyway, batting 1,000. 3 days, 3 hailstorms. I just left the CDT and I'm taking the unofficial trail. There's no signs. I haven't seen any rock cairns. It's just kind of a little bit of a worn footpath. It looks like I may be camping sooner than I thought. There's another storm rolling in. All right, looks like I found a little place to camp in a little saddle. There's water at a little pond just a little ways back. I've got to go all the way to the other side of Lost Lake, looking at the topo, before I can find a place to camp. I've got to cross Fremont Creek, or it looks like the trail goes across a little narrow or shallow inlet of the lake onto an island, and then across another little shallow inlet to get around the Fremont Creek crossing. And I would just soon do that tomorrow. Got lucky on the weather this afternoon. The main part of the storm went around me. Just been a little light rain for about an hour. Well, I've already passed two areas with creeks that would have been better campsites than I had last night, all within about 3/10 of a mile. The first little meadow, a creek didn't even show up on the map. And this meadow, it looked like it was in a tight canyon. So anyway, I made the best choice I had with the information I had at the time. Day 4, and I'm continuing down the unofficial trail to Lost Lake, then down the Seneca Lake Trail, and camp at Hobbs Lake tonight. Started raining about 7 o'clock this morning, rained till about 9. It's mostly cloudy now, and the temperature is about 50 degrees. Those creek crossings were the unknown of the day, and that's behind me. When I crossed Fremont Crossing Bridge yesterday, saw how big Fremont Creek was, I was kind of concerned about this today. But anyway, Fremont Creek splits actually into 3 sections, and the last section is only about 10 feet, but it was distance, but it was the deepest. Anyway, not as bad as I expected. Also, to add in another fact that concerned me, Lost Lake is downstream from the Fremont Crossing Bridge yesterday. Found a little small campsite not too far from Hobbs Lake. Today turned out to be an interesting day. Started out with the rain, cleared up a little bit, and then after my Fremont Creek crossing, light to moderate rain for a couple of hours, the temperature in the low 40s. So anyway, it's cleared up again now, and it's warmed up to about 50 degrees. No rain and no hailstorms this morning, but everything was soaked from all the condensation. It didn't help that I was camped about 25 feet above lake level. So today I'm taking the Seneca Lake Trail and Pole Creek Trail back to Elkhart Park. It is a beautiful, partly cloudy day, and the temperature's in the mid-60s. Almost back to Elkhart Park, and even with all the rain, storms, and cold weather, it was a great trip in the Wind River Range. Lots of beautiful places. I saw lots of people on this trip when I was on Pole Creek Trail and Seneca Lake Trail, and then a few people on the CDT, but while I was on the Lost Lake Trail, I didn't see anyone. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video of Wind River Range, and thanks for watching.